What's up, folks? You guessed it, time for another mail call. All right, dreary Saturday afternoon. Got a few books to get into. This one's going to be more of a, we'll call it a blind mailbag opening. I did not double check to see what had been delivered. I didn't look to see what I had purchased recently. So while I have a clue on what's in these packages, I am going to be almost as surprised as you when I see it. Nice purple mailer for this one. Fancy. Can't get my knife dexterity is lacking today, it seems. That's not good. Okay. Another postal mailer abused. If only the post office knew. I don't know if the post office cares. They probably don't. Ooh, alright. We have from Wizard Comics, Premier Edition Hellboy, Mike Mignola. Not one, but two. So, with the impending Hellboy movie, I thought it prudent to start stocking up on some of these items. So, I went out and grabbed that. Got me some Hellboy goodness. I'm gonna make a little camera adjustment here, folks. Alright. So, you got that Hellboy. Two copies. Hopefully this movie's gonna be good. I don't know. The guy from Stranger Things, I can't remember his name. The sheriff, he's playing Hellboy. I watched or looked at some of his progress as far as like his workout videos, getting ready for the character. I'm assuming the guy's wearing a rubber suit, you know, because otherwise he's got a lot of work to do. So I can't imagine. I mean, Perlman pulled it off. In my opinion, I like the Ron Perlman Hellboy character. The first movie was decent, but I liked him as the character. He was believable. And obviously, he had some prosthetics, suit and everything, but they pulled it off. I thought it was decent. I don't know, we'll see. This one's supposed to be a lot darker. The promo pictures of him in full horns with the flaming sword on his shoulder. If you haven't seen that, look for that. It looks pretty cool. Hopefully they pull it off. I'll probably go see that one. You know, I haven't even seen Venom yet, so. Next up, we have a bunch of little red dots. Yes, I've been waiting for this one, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, Carnage. We got a full run of this one. So number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. This one's cool. It's the Carnage with the Swiss Army knife appendage. And then number 5. I'm all in on anything Carnage right now. I had some Carnage already, but realized I needed to step up my game a little bit. I think it's going to be a huge character. I think people want that if they do it right. You know, Woody Harrelson. If you're not old like me, you might not remember him in a movie called Natural Born Killers. So I think him playing Cletus Cassidy is just like hilarious if you know what Natural Born Killers is. Woody Harrelson played a straight up psychopath in that movie. And there were people walking out of the movie theater when this movie was on. It's disturbing to a large degree. Robert Downey Jr.'s in it. He plays a journalist, and Juliette Lewis plays his, I guess we'll call it his love interest, but the movie is off the rails. So that he plays Cletus Cassidy is hilarious. Next up, okay, so this is Punchline, and in Arctic Press, if you're familiar with this phenomena that we call rags, don't sleep on Punchline. This is these things are already jumping off. Issue 2 is already hard to find. These variants, and Arctic Press is super hot, sizzling on fire right now. So I grabbed that one up. I got it for a decent price. I didn't pay cover. I paid more than cover, folks, for sure. So, but they've got some cool stuff going on. You know, they're obviously they're playing up the sex appeal a little bit there, right? That's not for everybody. We'll see if the story's any good. I don't know. The cover's cool. Whoever's doing their art, they're looking for some people that can do some art, I guess is all I can say. Because rags, the artwork's pretty good. I don't know how I feel about the monochromatic type of the way that it's presented, but the art's good. Overall, the art is good, so I'm hoping it's the same in this. The cover's awesome, so move that one aside. We'll get that over here so we can still see that. All right, next up, a priority mailer on the outside. Usually people like to tear them up, put them on the inside. This one, that's a little lacking in the packing department there. One piece of cardboard and a mailer for a XMen 282. Come on, man, this is a good book, and you didn't even really protect it. Hopefully it looks pretty good. It's not bent, the cardboard's not bent, so the corner's a little bit, but by the grace of God, this found its way to me not in too bad a shape. So I've been focusing on my X-Men tie-ins lately, trying to get that going. 2 more to go, I promise. So eBay packaging mailer. These things are like made out of vinyl or something. They are like crazy to open. And that eBay tape, I don't know what they make the eBay tape out of, but it probably goes on the space shuttle. Stuff is like, it just looks like regular packing tape, but I don't know. There's some like alien technology in it. eBay tape. I don't like it. No sir, I don't like it. I don't like the eBay tape. It's ridiculous. Okay. We got us a Wizard Comics Certificate of Authenticity. Mike Mignola, Hellboy. The question is, what's the book? Oh, boom. Another Premier Edition Hellboy. Nice. Very nice. Last but not least, you save these priority mailboxes for the end. To the end. Because usually, not always, but usually there's something good. Like CGC goodness. Not this time. Not this time. Bubble wrap. You know, at least it's not packing peanuts. Lately, the packing peanuts have been killing me in these boxes. This one's going to require some amount of delicate surgery because they decided to tape the damn books right on top and over the bubble wrap. Why? People. So here's a packing tip. When you send someone books, don't tape them right on top of the book. Leave them a little space to cut the tape away. Because look, I'm like precariously close to this book. No good can come of that, right? So when you're packing stuff, pay that a little mind, okay? Because not everyone's got a steady hand. So we got 2 stacks here. A bunch of adventure comics. This is another one of those. I kind of jumped in it and grabbed up a bunch. So we're going to run through these real quick. These are not bag boarded. Some are in pretty rough shape. I'm going to press all these out, and I'll probably show some of these in a future video. So I got a stack. These are really cool. It was awesome that I was able to find these. Weird adventure comics. A lot of these are 20 centers, 25 centers. They're cool. The pages on these are, you know, they're cream probably. They're not white off-white. They're yellowing a little. None of these are bagged or anything, so I'll probably just have to set them aside. The Spectre, number 440. They're cool old books. You know, Aquaman, King of the Seven Seas. That's pretty neat. 25 center. Another Aquaman. These are my like first Aquaman books. You know, and they're old. My first Aquaman books, and they're like, I don't know, late 70s probably on that one. 30 center. This one's kind of like, okay, so here's a good one. So we'll take a look at that. I will probably use this one in one of my videos. I'll press it and kind of show the results. These books are a prime candidate for that because they're older. They've been around. They've got some bends and whatnot in them. And like here's a good one. The cover's off-centered. Well, the whole book's off-centered. The whole book is like, someone put it away. Totally creased. You know, here's like Mira in bondage. This guy's got her by the hair. They don't write books like that necessarily these days. So stuff like that is worth grabbing. Aqualad. Who remembers Aqualad? I remember Aqualad from the cartoons. Sounds cool. You know, Superboy. You got the Phantom Zone. I take or leave Superboy, but you know, 12-cent comic, Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes. It's cool. Another Superboy and the Legion of Heroes. I remember some of these, like Colossal Boy, Legion of Superheroes. This one's got some writing on it, which sucks. I don't know that I can get rid of that. This is back when they had like the covers a little detached. It has Super Horse and Super Chimp and Super Cat and Crypto and on and on. So they're just cool old books. Another adventure comics featuring Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes. He's consoling his cousin. Well, I guess they're both crying, but okay. Anyway, adventure comics, another 12 center. I like these old school ones that had like the checker marks on the top. There's a video out there somewhere that says why that is. I didn't click on it. I'm like, oh, I should look at that, and I didn't. But now I want to. This one's kind of rough. Some of these are rough. Well, they're all. None of them are like VGs or near mints or anything like that, but they're cool old books, and I'm going to read these books, and then I'm going to press them and see if I can make them a little bit nicer, you know. But you get stuff like this, and it's like, it's history. Someone had this book. Someone read this book. This is a reader copy, you know. And along the line, something happened here, the Staples, and someone put some tape or something over it. But it's like, that's history of the book. So it got, you know, it was used. And the last one, another adventure comics. So there's some red marker on here. Who knows? The book's pretty tore up through here. But again, I got these because they're cool old books and I wanted to read them and maybe try to bring them back a little bit. Before you buy, check and double. Maybe that's a clue as to this checkered logo at the top. We'll have to look into that. But so this book's got some white pages, like some pretty clean white pages in it. It's ridiculous. Like, it smells like paper. It smells a little mildewy, but for being as old as this book is, it's not bad. So, 1966. Bam. So that's it for today, folks. Stay tuned. I'm working on a MCU, not most powerful, but probably most powerful, unheard of, or unknown villains. With the MCU ever expanding, there's a boatload of villains that I think people are missing out on. So I'm doing some research right now. I'm working on that. I'll have my regular pickups next week. Another mail call. There's always a mail call. So, but look out for that one. The powerful villains. I'll call it the obscure powerful villains. And there's a couple in there that in my research I'm looking at and thinking, oh man, this could really be a huge tie-in in the MCU. So we'll see what you think about that. But I got a little more research to do. I got some books on order because I'm going to try to show you the books. The first appearances of these characters. I'm trying to get my hands on them. Some of them are a little pricey, so some of them aren't because no one's thinking about these characters. So when you see that, I'm jumping on those books because these are characters, whether you're a Fantastic Four fan, you're an Avengers fan, an X-Men fan, just the overall MCU universe, these are characters that apply. And some of them go across multiple platforms. I'm not talking about like Kang the Conqueror. You already know Kang the Conqueror's going to show up somewhere, sometime. So, with that, enjoy your weekend. Peace.